Hi, my name is Goddard and my brand new sample pack is out now on EST Studios and Loop Masters. Today I want to show you a quick tutorial on resampling and some of the techniques I use to create the pack. Yes, people, what's good? So today I just want to show you a quick little video on how I kind of go about resampling sounds to create textures and atmospherics and just kind of like adding a little bit more flavor in your tracks. I think especially when you're making something which is a bit more sort of kind of a moodier kind of vibe, like this kind of little trick seems to work. So we'll just start here. We've just got this basic chord. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over to here, drop down menu, click resampling, arm the track. There we go, like that. Okay, bring up the, so for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use the Valhalla. This is just my go-to reverb, but this principle can be on any reverb really. I just like this one because it has a built-in EQ. So when doing this trick, I tend to always kind of cut out around sort of 500 hertz just because you don't really want that low end rumble because it's just going to make it seem a bit muddy and just you're going to have less clarity. And what we're going to do is just boost your decay up to like, just really crank it. I mean, up to like 30 seconds, right? Dry mix, dry wet mix, excuse me, 100%, just whack it all the way there. Okay, so now that we've got all this in place, come down to this second channel, drop down menu, resampling, and we're going to hit record. And now we've just got this really nice tail at the end of it, which we can use for so many different things as well. I mean, whether it be a pad, whether it be just as like a bit of texture, but it's going to hit pause here. So what I would tend to do with this is I quite like adding sort of reversed texture sounds and then adding another tail on that. So if you double click your recording and then just hit reverse, and then just going to add a little fade in because we don't want to hear it from the very beginning. And we'll just find a place where, I mean, straight away, it actually sounds like an intro to a track. You know, then you could add your chords in here straight after. It's just a nice little intro you've got. Except for that little gap. But yeah, it's such a simple trick, but the possibilities are endless because now we've got this resample one, but I may even think I want to resample it again. And then you kind of just, you can find yourself going down the rabbit hole a little bit with this because the possibilities are endless. But I mean, what if I was to add an echo to this now? Say 1/4 again, you want to cut out all that low end, get rid of it. We don't need that. And then I'm going to crank the feedback up to like 92. And then the dry wet, I'm just going to put it on the tail of this here. So we don't want it to affect all of this stuff, just the tail and a little curve. And then again, same principle, drop down menu, resampling, arm the track, take that arm off. And then we're just going to record from here. See, now because we've got that echoey sound, I would even be tempted to use this as like a reverse sweep, like a sweep effect, you know? So if obviously it's very quiet at the moment, but one way around that is quite simple, really. Just crank it with a saturator. I'm just going to put it on a soft sine setting, but really just crank the drive up. But bear in mind, when you do this, it will add a lot of low end. So I would put an EQ on after that as well. Just cut out the low end, because we only really want this as like an effect. This isn't going to be, like a sort of a core sound of the track. This is just more kind of like ear candy. And I tend to do this at the end of a track just to kind of gel it all together. See what I mean? It's like, it's cool. It adds a bit of tension. I would even crank it up even further, to be honest. Nice. I mean, maybe cranked it a bit too hard there, but you get the gist of it. I mean, that would be great just before, say your drums are here, just before the break. It's nice. Straight into the drop and you're rolling. It's such a simple little trick, but the reason I like this one is because of this kind of principle, how you can resample it once, but then resample it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And I mean, some of the sounds that you end up with, it's just like, how did I go from this one to these? So yeah, this is simple little trick.
I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. You can check out the full pack now on EST Studios by clicking the link.